Owning a vehicle. It's a dream for teenagers wanting their first real taste of freedom and a necessity for adults looking to get from point A to point B without the challenge of public transportation. But let's face it, for many people these days, it is a headache with rising gas prices and the confusion of insurance policies. Hello, I'm Laura Painter, and welcome to this episode of Dollars and Cents, where we're talking about car ownership and insurance myths. Let's get right to it. This summer, and even up until last month, we've all seen high gas prices. Plus, owning a car now is more expensive than it was a year ago. And that increase is even more severe because you live in California. New data show the costs are rising in the Golden State. And I talk with an expert about what's behind the spike and how you can take out some of the financial sting.
We saw early in the pandemic the price of a car go up. That has not really changed, but now we've seen increases in everything from fuel to maintenance costs to insurance costs, and depreciation is happening faster.
AAA's annual Your Driving Cost data show the annual cost of owning a new car soared compared to last year. After taking into account the costs associated with fuel, maintenance, insurance, and depreciation, the average yearly expense of a new car is $12,182 per year, or $1,015 per month. That's a 12% jump over 2022. California drivers can expect to pay $14,390 per year. That's 18% more than the national average. Experts say buying a new car isn't something to rush into, especially in these financial conditions.
Create a budget that encompasses all aspects of ownership, not just that monthly payment. Account for things like insurance costs, fuel costs, maintenance costs.
Here's what you can do right now if you're planning to buy a new car. AAA recommends start early. There might be limited inventory and wait times for the specific model you want. You might need to pre-order. And try to get pre-approved from a financial institution before discussing finance rates with the dealer. This gives you a benchmark for negotiating rates. Also, keep negotiations for car costs, finance rates, and trade-in values separate from each other. So let's say you own a vehicle right now. You're driving down the highway and suddenly a rock hits your windshield. What's next? You're calling your insurance, maybe. Now, earlier this year, many of you have written in, frustrated about cracks and dings to your car from driving on the freeways. Unexpected repairs are tough to afford, on top of the many other bills that you have to pay. So, who should foot the bill? Experts I talk with say there are misconceptions online about filing insurance claims and who owes you money.
If you have comprehensive car insurance, then it would cover things like cracks in your windshield, dents in your car from flying objects.
Shattered into a million pieces. That's what one viewer says happened to her car window when she was driving on Interstate 80 in Auburn. Another viewer wrote to me saying, I have chips and cracks all over my windshield and passenger window from driving that stretch. And they're not alone. You may remember back in March, we told you about a string of reported car damages on I-80. As seen in these photos from viewers like you, the historic winter storms making road conditions and repairs difficult. So I rode up and down that same path just days ago. Conditions look improved over the past 6 months, but for many of you, affording costly repairs hasn't gotten better. One viewer told me her windshield got hit by a rock driving on I-80 back in February and, quote, I haven't had the $500 to replace the windshield yet, but putting off repairs could end up costing you more later. Time is of the essence if your windshield is damaged. Chips or cracks that are less than 6 inches long can be repaired. Some auto repair shops will even do it for free. But if it's more than 6 inches, experts I talk with recommend you replace the whole windshield.
When you notice you have damage to your car and you think it was something like a rock hitting your window, be sure to take photos of the damage. That way, when you put your claim in, you can also submit those photos and document the type of damage you have.
But it's likely Caltrans won't be paying that repair bill for you. Their spokesperson told me, under California law, Caltrans does not insure vehicles for damage on our highways. Adding, however, in limited circumstances, Caltrans may be statutorily responsible for damage to a vehicle.
And when you have comprehensive insurance, then you probably have a deductible. So anything below your deductible you would pay for.
California weather is a land of extremes.
From dangerous heat, droughts, and wildfire.
To severe storms, flooding, and mountains of snow.
Plus, the occasional tornado.
Keeping you prepared takes a team.
We have decades of experience forecasting this diverse region.
Our job doesn't stop at the forecast.
We investigate what's happening to our climate so you can be ready.
Helping you prepare for today and stay safe tomorrow with a weather team you can trust, only on ABC 10.
Hi, I'm Alex Bell. On To The Point, we don't just report on the problems. We cut through the noise and look for solutions. And we're not afraid to investigate local stories. We're not afraid to include different perspectives. And we're not afraid to hold those in power accountable. This is our community, and it's my community too, and we're here to make it better for everyone. Join me, Alex Bell, on To The Point, weeknights at 6:30, only on ABC 10.
It's the vehicle equivalent of apples and oranges, or kings versus warriors. I'm talking about going gas or hybrid when it comes to the type of vehicle you buy. Experts I talk with say the initial costs might give you sticker shock, but owning a hybrid can be financially rewarding in many ways. Summer, the season for road trips and weekend adventures. But all that driving means a lot of miles and a lot of gas. That's where hybrid vehicles come in.
The hybrid vehicles have actually came up quite a bit over the last couple years, especially with the cost of gas going up.
One of the main reasons to get a hybrid is to save on gas and emissions, while also getting the full capabilities of a gas car. But the main barrier to buying a hybrid is the cost. Taking a look online, you'll see a range of new non-plug-in hybrids selling for $27,000, $50,000, and $115,000, manufacturer suggested price. One dealership told me you can expect to pay $5,000 to $10,000 more due to dealership markups.
Finding technicians that specialize in hybrid is pretty tough right now because it's a new market.
Maintenance and repairs for hybrids can be more expensive too due to their advanced technology.
You don't want to touch any of the orange wires on the hybrid vehicles because they have a lot of currency, a lot of electricity. So just make sure that the professional takes care of that.
Replacing a hybrid battery system can cost $20,000.
They have to be trained, they have to wear certain gloves when they're working on these vehicles or they could be electrocuted.
And the tires on hybrid cars wear out faster because the vehicles are heavier.
Not only is it that they wear out faster, but they actually are more prone for noise. So you have to get a tire that has more of a lower noise reduction.
But hybrid and gas vehicles do have some similarities in maintenance costs.
You still have your cabin filters, you still have your air filters, your tires, brakes, suspension, and steering. So the routine services is very imperative that gets done.
Remember, you'll continually save on gas for as long as you own the hybrid vehicle. It's helpful to factor in your anticipated fuel and tax savings to get an idea of how long you'd need to own and use the vehicle to break even on the purchase price.
And I would say probably look at the car, test drive the vehicle, whatever works best for you and you feel comfortable, then that should be the choice for you.
For our final story, a warning for drivers, a privacy nightmare. That's what a nonprofit group is saying about new cars and the data they're collecting on you. This could affect how much you pay for insurance or put you at risk for financial fraud. Take a look.
I legally hack into companies for a living.
In what might be one of the coolest jobs out there,
16-year-old me would be very proud.
Ben Sadigapour with Savant Solutions in Sacramento has hacked into companies like Yahoo, Amazon, and Zoom with their permission.
I report vulnerabilities to them.
Your car could be a personal data vulnerability for you. A new report warns all that fancy technology in your vehicle, like cameras, microphones, and apps, could be collecting data on you, meaning someone could be spying on you, tracking you, or selling your information.
Then I feel like it just opens up people to a lot of risk.
They know your driving habits. They know how fast you drive. They know how quickly you stop and how quickly you start. And the list goes on and on.
Experts say that data could be used by insurance companies to determine premiums. Or worse, if a criminal has these details, they can engage in all types of fraud under your name. Identity theft can ruin your credit, pin you with legal issues, and it is difficult to fight back against.
So if someone has your password, they can easily log into your account and see your whereabouts, see your behaviors, unlock your car.
It's information not hard to get, according to a new study released by the Mozilla Foundation. It found cars scored the worst for privacy privacy among a dozen apps and electronic devices studied. 19 of the 25 popular car brands say they can sell drivers' personal data. And half acknowledge they'll share your information with the government or law enforcement if asked. And the study found 84% of car companies share that information with other businesses.
My rule of thumb, especially with my car, is if I don't need it, it is not going to be enabled.
Delete any apps you aren't using.
The more of these applications you open up, the more data they're going to collect.
Thank you for watching this Dollars and Cents episode on car ownership and insurance myths. If you want to watch more features just like this one, check out our ABC 10 Plus app. There you'll find the latest newscasts and headlines and stay up to date on the weather and see all the great work and stories that we tell here at ABC 10. Thank you again for watching. Take care.
California weather is a land of extremes.
From dangerous heat, droughts, and wildfire.
To severe storms, flooding, and mountains of snow.
Plus, the occasional tornado.
Keeping you prepared takes a team.
We have decades of experience forecasting this diverse region.
Our job doesn't stop at the forecast.
We investigate what's happening to our climate so you can be ready.
Helping you prepare for today and stay safe tomorrow. With a weather team you can trust, only on ABC 10.
Hi, I'm Alex Bell. And to the point, we don't just report on the problems. We cut through the noise and look for solutions. And we're not afraid to investigate local stories. We're not afraid to include different perspectives. And we're not afraid to hold those in power accountable. This is our community, and it's my community too, and we're here to make it better for everyone. Join me, Alex Bell, on To The Point, weeknights at 6:30, only on ABC 10.